Okay, today in the garage we have a 2008 Jeep Liberty, and it's in here because it has corroded battery terminals. Now if you look close around the positive terminal here, there's quite a bit of corrosion on these top post batteries. This is a common problem with Chryslers and Jeeps and Fords. The GMs, they have side posts and they seem to have less problem. But anyway, we'll get started over here. I just want to talk about the safety equipment. Always wear your personal protective equipment, gloves and eyeglasses, protective glasses, because these batteries contain sulfuric acid, and if you get any splash in your face, it wouldn't be good. So, the tools we're going to be using today for cleaning terminals is on these particular terminals, they use a 10mm wrench for the nuts to undo it, and this is a battery terminal tool. This one here, it's like a steel brush, and it's also got a brush on the inside. Okay, and I also have another brush here for cleaning around the terminals once we get the terminals off the posts. So let's get started here, and now the very first thing to remember is make sure your ignition is off, have your keys out of the vehicle, because the electronic equipment in vehicles nowadays, if you get any kind of surge from when you're hooking up or disconnecting the battery, it could damage some of your electronic equipment in your vehicle. Now, this is the positive terminal here, and this is the negative. We're always going to start with the negative terminal. So I'm going to take my wrench here and we're going to loosen it off. Okay. Just going to move that and pull it off there. And I'm just going to move this out of the way. Okay. And you can see the corrosion that is built up around that negative post. Now we're going to proceed and do the same with the positive post here. Loosen it off. This one here is moving. If you do have problems trying to get the terminals off, you can take a screwdriver and just, once it's loosened off enough, you can actually just spread it apart a bit, and that'll help. So you can pull the terminal off easy. Now, straight up and off. Now, it's important too that I always use a rubber glove. You could use a coffee cup or whatever, and I cover up the positive post so it doesn't come in contact with any of the metal parts of the vehicle. Again, we're trying to protect the electronic components in the vehicle. We don't want anything shorting out, but everything is disconnected now, so we're good. So now we're going to use our terminal cleaner here for cleaning off the posts. Now, one thing to remember about using these is don't go crazy on it. We just want to clean it, because you can sit there and spin round and round and round, and it's going to really cut down the diameter of this post, and when you go to put your terminal back on, it's not going to fit. So just make sure you just kind of take it easy. Okay. Okay. So you can see that's starting to shine up a bit here. And I'm going to clean this off here. And I'm going to use just my hand brush here to get it all, clean it off all the way around here. Again, make sure you're wearing your safety glasses when you're doing this. If you have a piece of this fly up in your eye, it wouldn't be nice. Okay. Okay, so that's the negative is done. Now, the positive here, we'll wipe all that corrosion off. Just do enough to clean it off nice. See, we got a nice shine there. And clean it around. Okay, and it's not just the posts you have to clean, you have to also clean the terminals. So That's what I use this brush for. So I'm just going to stick that in there and just turn it. And that's going to clean the inside of that terminal. So when we put it back on the battery post, it'll be nice and clean and make a nice good connection. Okay. Take that off. Now there's a lot of corrosion on this. Okay. Now, as soon as we get these cleaned up and everything's good to go here, you can use petroleum jelly or grease on the terminals to it just helps keep the corrosion. I'm not saying it's not going to corrode at all with a little bit of grease on there, but it's just going to help prevent it. Okay. So we're going to watch that positive terminal. It doesn't hit anything. So, put the glove back on it. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take a little bit of grease, and I'm just going to put it on the terminals here, or on the posts I should say. And that's going to help prevent the corrosion in the future. Okay. Now, when we put the post back on again, we're going to put it in reverse order. We're going to put the positive on first, then the negative last. So we're going to start with this. We're going to take our little glove off here and place that on. Okay, so that's on all the way. Nice fit. And I'm just going to tighten that up. I'm making sure my negative's not anywhere close where it's going to contact anything here and make an arc. Okay, so that's snug. You don't have to over tighten it. Okay, now that kind of startled me. There we go. So now the negative post is on there. The terminal is on the post. Okay, we're going to snug this one up. There we go. They're all cleaned up. Now, the next thing that we should do is regular maintenance on the battery. And make sure you kind of clean the battery off so you're not getting all kinds of crap falling down inside the battery. We're just going to top up the level and use distilled water. Do not use tap water for this because it's not pure. You should be using distilled water. And again, make sure you use your protective equipment, your gloves, wear old coveralls or old clothes, and wear safety glasses most of all, because if any of this gets in your eyes, it wouldn't be good. I actually wrecked a brand new sweater that I got, and my wife wasn't too happy with me because I just topped up the battery. I thought, oh, it'll take a second, and it wrecked my shirt. So, looking in here, it looks like it needs to be topped up a bit. So I'm just going to try to clean this up. I don't want any of this crap that's in here falling down in the holes. So we're just going to clean this up. Okay. Okay, and then I have my water here. I'm just going to, again, try to prevent any splashing. And I just want to fill it up so it hits, there's a fill level in there. Yeah, I just want to come up to the bottom of it. I don't want to flood it or overfill it. Okay. And we're almost done here. Okay, this one's still a little bit. Okay, so that looks good. So I usually just take a nice clean rag and try to daub any of the water that didn't go down in there. Try to get it as clean that up. And put the caps back on. And we should be good to go. So, now you can just do a start test, make sure everything connects properly, and that's how you clean your terminal on your battery.